It's not about what you want, but what you need. I feel like a lot of people now, they always go based off what they want. I want this, so I'm gonna do this. That's not what I wanted. Why did that happen to me? I want this, I want this, I want this. It's never, I need to do this, so I'm gonna do it. I want to lay in my bed all day. I want to watch movies all the time. And you always prioritize your wants over your needs, right? But it's what you need. It's like if you were in a relationship and you didn't have a relationship with yourself, you didn't know who you were, and something happened where you guys broke up. It might not have been what you wanted. You might have wanted to stay with that person for whoever knows how long, but you needed it. You don't know how to be by yourself. You don't know how to live life on your own. You have no sort of independence. So this breakup was needed. It might not have been what you wanted, but it was what you needed. You would have never gotten a healthy relationship with yourself. You would have never created this version of yourself if certain things didn't happen that you didn't want to happen. A lot of things will happen to us that we don't want. And it's changing your mindset from things happen to me to things happen for me. Things need to happen for you, right? For your growth, for your development. And it's all about how you respond to those things. If something happens to you that you never wanted to happen and you respond to it in a negative way, and you respond to it in a way of, this should have never happened to me, why is this happening to me, you're never going to get better. You're always going to stay in the same place, and God will always test you and test you until you pass the test. You always ask yourself, why are all these things happening to me, when you should understand this is happening to me. This is happening for me, not to me, right? Things happen for you. Things happen for your growth and for your development. Things happen because you need to understand certain things that you would never have unless it had to have happened to you, because it needed to happen to you, right? Nobody wants struggle. Nobody wants to go through trials, tribulations. Nobody wants to go through heartbreak, but sometimes that's what we need, right? So for me, a couple years back, I didn't have any drive. I didn't have a vision. I didn't know who I was. I didn't have a good relationship with myself, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself in life, right? All I was worried about was this one other person. All I wanted to do was make them happy. I wanted to be with them. I would do anything for them, right? But they didn't feel the same way as me. They didn't want the same things as me, right? And I may not have wanted for that thing to end with that person, but I needed it. That was one of the many shifting points in my life, to where I would put my head down and really focus on myself, see who I am outside of other people, right? Because at that point, I didn't fully understand and know who I really was. I would always be the people who I were surrounded with, right? If I was surrounded with this group of people, I would act in that way. If I was surrounded with another group of people, I would act in a different way, right? And I'm not saying that it's bad to change and filter out who you are around other people, but always being yourself is important. Knowing who you are in certain situations and not changing who you are. Maybe you're just toned down because you know that, hey, if I speak my mind, if I be who I really am, then it's gonna hurt their feelings. Yeah, you should hold your tongue there, but also understanding, if you have to hold your tongue anywhere, if you can't fully be yourself anywhere, you shouldn't be there at all, right? So for me, I needed for that to happen, because I wasn't gonna do it on my own. I didn't want for it to happen. And it's like that with a lot of situations in life, right? Somebody is always spending their money, somebody doesn't have financial responsibility, and then one day they're dead broke. One day they have no more money, and now they have to understand how to be more financially responsible, how to save their money, how to not spend on their wants but their needs, right? They had to have gone broke. They needed to go broke to understand how to be financially smart, right? Some things need to happen to people in order for them to understand why things are the way that they are. Some people can look at a situation and learn from it. Some people can look at a situation, understand, and learn the lesson from another person. But a lot of people, like myself, have to go through things firsthand in order to actually fully understand and realize it, right? So understand that things need to happen to you, not because you want it to happen to you, but there's a reason for everything. Everything happens for a reason. Things happen for you, they don't happen to you. If you're in a situation where you never wanted for this to happen, look at what you can take away from it, right? Ask yourself, what is God trying to teach me in this situation? What is happening in this season of my life that I need to learn from, that I need to grow from, right? It's not always, I didn't want this to happen, I'm just gonna live my life in a negative way. I don't care about anything anymore. I'm not gonna try to become anything better than who I am, right? I'm just gonna cry about it. I want to be upset about it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna understand why this needed to happen for me, why this needed to happen in order for me to get better, in order for my personal growth and my development to get to where I needed to be, get to the person that I'm always meant to become, right? So don't get upset at situations. Don't let things that are out of your control control you. You can control so much, but you can control how you react to anything, right? There's some situations that are out of your control, but you can control how you react to things. Are you going to say, hey, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Or are you gonna take a step back and understand this needed to happen for me in order for me to learn this certain thing, in order for me to develop and grow in this certain way? So before you shut down and get upset, understand that things need to happen to you. Things need to happen for you. It may not be what you want, but it's what you need. So I hope everyone's doing well. I'll see y'all in the next one.